Welcome to Ethiopian Broadcasting Corporation, our special holiday program. The month of September in Ethiopia is vibrant and colorful because Ethiopia hosts various outdoor festivals, including Meskel and Ethiopia. Meskel is the finding of the true cross, which is inscribed by UNESCO as World Intangible Heritage. For this end, various tourists, religion followers, and different guests travel to Ethiopia to attend this grand occasion. In connection with these two grand outdoor festivals, I have gotten the chance to take an exclusive interview with Ministry of Tourism Minister Salamai Kasa, State Minister Suleshi, expatriates and tourists. I am going to invite you to take a look at and stick around their views, motions, and their message they have extended in connection with these grand occasions and outdoor festivals. For all Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church, I would like to say Happy Meskel. Stick around with us. This is Wagayo Mulana.
We are celebrating the World Tourism Day, but it's not only focused on one day. We are celebrating it since the September 11, Ethiopian New Year. Of course, we have to commemorate it as such because we have our own calendar. So it is, one of the things that makes Ethiopia unique. So we have started, from the mid-September, and it's going to continue for at least a few months. And with that, we just concluded a region-wide visit and also high-level discussions, site assessments from Central Ethiopia region. In that visit, we have seen a lot of potential in that region when it comes to the tourism sector. We have seen immense potential when it comes to the natural resources that the region has. And also we were fortunate enough to participate in several New Year celebrations that makes Ethiopia very unique and very colorful. That the community, the nations and the nationalities residing in that region have their own unique languages, their own lifestyle, their own narrative and history, a very rich history that makes the region even more attractive for international visitors, especially if they want to connect and if they want to experience that colorful vibe that Ethiopia has. This time was the perfect time, to participate in those New Year celebrations. We were fortunate enough to participate in those and also visit, marvelous natural resources that the region has.
We are celebrating the World Tourism Day this time, which is celebrated globally. And the significance of celebrating the World Tourism Day is mainly of creating awareness among the global community about the social, economic, and other importance of the sector. And the other is to obviously advocate the sector key actors, and in addition to creating awareness among the global community. Besides tourism, being an economic engine globally, creating a lot of job opportunities, bring foreign exchange, and also enhance the conservation of natural and cultural heritage. The importance of tourism is being advocated by media, and there are also seminar and research conference which is being held globally, as we do in Ethiopia today, so that the global community would have more understanding about the tourism sector, and investment would also grow at the same time.
The other is the event we just launched today. In 4 high schools in Addis Ababa, we have launched an exhibition that promotes and introduces Ethiopia's cultural heritage and natural resources to the high school students in Addis Ababa. That will continue for the next 1 month, and that exhibition will be showcased in those high schools for the students, to immerse in that experience. We have visit, groups or in these schools, and we'll be working in that area as well, so that we can actually enhance the sustainability of the tourism sector, because narratives needs to be told to the next generation. Our resources need to be promoted in that aspect as well. Our history needs to be told, because we have a lot to tell to the world, but we have to start with ourselves as well. So before telling it to the world, are we really telling it to our own generation, to the youngsters, to the teenagers? They need to understand their own country, their own heritage, their own cultures, so that they can actually immerse themselves in that experience, and also to be actually proud of their country, because pride and patriotism, love for one country, comes from knowing and understanding one's country.
So we in Ethiopia today are celebrating the 5th National Tourism Research Conference, which mainly addresses the issue of tourism and its role for sustainable development, which also aligned with the global UN Tourism World Tourism Day motto. So the tourism sector today is contributing a lot, for example, for Ethiopia. We have natural, cultural, and historical sites used as a tourism products. So we need to make sure the use of this natural wildlife environment in the natural side, and cultural, including the intangible cultural heritage, and the historical, of course, that includes civilization, are properly maintained, properly conserved, passed to the next generation, and we are sustainably using it for economy.
My name is Gerold Schwarz, and I'm the program manager of the GIZ Decent Work for Just Transition program. We work directly with the private sector, so our objective is to create sustainable employment across the whole country of Ethiopia. We are operating in this program since 2020. And we started to look at tourism as a sector that has a lot of growth potential and potential to create income for communities which are out far away from Addis. We have started a component in tourism to support mainly the south of Ethiopia. We did a mapping exercise a year and a half ago. We looked at the potential. We looked at the current status of income that comes into Abaminch and the southern region. And we agreed together with the Ministry of Tourism that it's a good area where we can look at how we can support that more tourists are coming and that more income is generated in these communities. We work mainly on 3 levels. We work with Ethiopian tour operators, where we help them to develop new tours, refine their tours, and also help them to sell these to the international market, mainly Europe. We also work, we do a lot of work on marketing and sales, so it's one of the reasons why we are here. We have developed a sales guide for the south region, Abaminch and the south region, where on over 90 pages we introduce Ethiopia, we introduce Abaminch and the south. We explain a little bit about the unique culture and the experiences that people have, because it's not very well known in Europe what the south of Ethiopia has to offer. And we propose a number of tours on culture, silk, Omo Valley, eco-friendly places. So we finalized this sales guide. We're also planning to launch a social media marketing campaign by the end of the month, where again we highlight the beauty the diversity and the potential of Arba Minch and the south of Ethiopia. So we work with the tour operators, we work a lot on marketing, promotion, and lastly, we also implemented an intensive training program in Arba Minch for tourism service providers in the south, mainly tour guides, restaurant owners, hotel owners. So all three elements together, what we try to accomplish is to make people aware of the potential of the south and also help all the operators on the ground and the tour operators to deliver unique and hopefully also new, very good offers and tours.
If I may say so, this is actually a perfect time for tourists to come here to Ethiopia. They can see the magnificent change of seasons and the beauty of nature. The rainy season has just concluded. We are now going into the sunny season, so that would be a very attractive time for tourists. But apart from that, two of the most colorful celebrations will be, we're going to celebrate them nationally. One of them is the finding of the True Cross, or Meskel celebration. That is one of the most colorful celebrations that Ethiopians has, especially that relates with Ethiopian Orthodox Church. Those kind of celebrations makes Ethiopia one of the best destinations for religious tourism. But apart from that, if people are interested in immersing in this very colorful, very vibrant experience, they need to come here and be part of the Meskel celebration.
If you look Meskel, the very fundamental reason why we celebrate Meskel, including the bonfire, is basically religious or spiritual reason. However, it still has more social values, and the cultural performance oftentimes features more in some of the regions. So the Meskel festival, having its very religious background, would collect people from different backgrounds, different age group, women and men. It brings people from the church and religious background. So you would find, church prayers, church songs, and people coming with their traditional costume, celebrating together on the circle of the bonfire. And also, if you go to the south part of Ethiopia, around the Gurage, you would find people who were separated and living elsewhere and working somewhere would always come to meet each other on this special holiday. So that means it has a very strong social ties. It has a very strong social bonding. It brings unity and solidarity. So this kind of Meskel festival, beyond the religion and spiritual benefits it has for getting relief and for Thanksgiving, beyond that, it also gives pride for the society to meet together, discuss ideas, celebrate it in unity. So these are some of the reasons, by the way, why UNESCO has registered this kind of festivals. The reason is, it has a specific place where it is best celebrated. There is owner who are organizing this event, and there is also people, from generation to generation who are celebrating it, continuity. So there are this kind of unique feature that you would find nowhere else in the world, and only in Ethiopia, or elsewhere where there is people from Orthodox Christian religion background or Ethiopian who are grown up with this culture.
I'm Reagan Renault, and I'm from Georgia, the United States. And I've been here 6 years. I fell in love with Ethiopia, and I can't leave. It's been amazing.
It's very unique. It's a beautiful place. And the first thing that I noticed when I come from Addis, it's very relaxed, friendly, and very diverse. So it's even in a few days, it's not a lot of time, but you can see there is so many different cultures, so much to learn. As a matter of fact, we produced one of the videos that we produced is specifically about one of the cultures where a lot of emphasis is on oral narration, keeping the traditions from generation to generation. I think there's a lot to learn also for us coming from outside, from the values and the way people interact and how the communities work. It's really impressive.
For me, Ethiopia has been one of the best places that I've traveled in the world. It feels like home. I've been welcomed like home. Of course, the food is amazing. The people have been wonderful, and I haven't left. So I've been here 6 years, just really immersed in the culture. I'm specifically in the tribes, and I cannot promote that enough. It's been an amazing experience. I have learned so much living in a place where we don't necessarily have social media influences, and I find that to be one of the best things about living in South Omo. We don't, I mean, specifically, we are tradition, we are culture, we represent fantastic music and traditions that we can't get just anyplace else. And I do really favor and love South Omo.
I would describe Ethiopia as a very unique tourist destination as nowhere else in the world. Or I would say Ethiopia shelters what's all in Africa. We have places from Norway to Dubai, from very desert and active volcano to the Afro-Alpine where you can see small snow and Afro-Alpine climates and wildlife, like a place Ras Dejen in Timian or Bale, Tulu Dimtu. So Ethiopia is completely rich, and we have like 9+ ecosystem. That's why I said from Dubai to Norway. And the other is, in terms of culture, Ethiopia is really diverse. In one of the region, for example, if you go to the South Ethiopia region, you would find 30+ language and diversified culture. It's one of the most linguistically and culturally diverse region in Africa. And also, looking into the history, we have 3,000 years plus history. Looking into Lalibela, where there is an imaginary engineering and rock-hewn churches, Aksum and Harar, Sof Omar. So, you know, we have places that you find nowhere else. And we are in the forefront in the UNESCO registered World Heritage Sites as well. So I would suggest Ethiopia is truly land of origins. Ethiopia has its own culture, its own calendar. Ethiopia's calendar advises us we have 13 months. Not only that, 7 or 8 years younger than the other calendar. So anyone coming to visit Ethiopia would be 7 or 8 years younger. So, I mean, it's really wise to visit this very unique country. We have our own alphabets. We have precious heritage and intangible cultural performance at the same time. So we now have newly developed an amazing tourist destination sites like you know, Gorgora, Wenchi, and Koisha, where you find high-end, world-class tourist facilities, infrastructure, and scheduled flights to easily access most of the touristic spots in this country. The people are very hospitable. The price is really fair. So it's time to visit Ethiopia.
We invite everyone to come and be part of these colorful experiences that Ethiopia has. But it's not just that. You know, Ethiopia is the first country in Africa to have, you know, a number of resources or heritage to be inscribed in the UNESCO, list. This international list not only highlights Ethiopia's resources, but it also shows that we have a lot a lot to do when it comes to promoting our resources to the world. We are, land of origins. When we say we are the land of origins, we're not just talking about Lucy. We're also talking about, the origin of coffee Arabica. We're talking about the originality of our own calendar, for example. We're talking about the originality of, this immense cultural, vibrant community that we have. We're talking about this unique landscape that we have. We are the origins of, the diversity, not just, population-wise or societal diversity. We're talking about geographical diversity as well. We have one of the lowest places in the world, and we have the highest, one of the highest places in the world. So, to actually experience Ethiopia, people need to come here and be part of, that essence. So, I'm not going to mention, the list of the things, because we're talking about thousands of resources that we have in this country. What I would like to do here is, I would just like to poke their curiosity. People need to be curious about Ethiopia, because videos don't do Ethiopia justice, or descriptions or written documents don't do our resources justice. People need to come here and actually experience that feeling of Ethiopia, because what I would like to say is, you don't just visit Ethiopia, you feel Ethiopia. You be part of Ethiopia. So for that, I invite everyone, to actually take time to experience, to discover this uniqueness of our country.
So what I know of Ethiopia, mainly Addis. I live here since nearly 3 years, so I'm one of the many expats here. And of course, Addis is a constantly changing city, dramatic speed. So that's very visible. There's a lot of, Addis has a lot to offer for tourists, food, culture, entertainment, of course. Apart from Addis, I've been many times to the south. I've been to Hawassa, which is beautiful. I've been to Lalibela. So this is the places I know, and I'm always astonished how diverse Ethiopia is. And I think this is part of why we do our work, because the tourists in Europe, they know Ethiopia and they know Lalibela, Aksum, Gondar, but there's less awareness and knowledge of all the other places that Ethiopia has to offer.
Could you please tell me which places you have visited, and can you please describe their uniqueness?
Let's see, well, Harar speaks for itself, right? Love Harar, Gondar. Baradahir, I've been there. I love that. I've spent a lot of time and seem to still spend a lot of time here in Addis. I love Addis. Very happy here. I've been through every part of the south. Spent a lot of time in Arba Minch. Specifically, Tormi right now. That's where I live, and that's where I've got my business, and that's where I love to be. That's my home. So of all the places, I think I settled there. It felt the most like home for me. And my family loves it. So we bring in quite a bit of Americans here. And I can say that most of us feel the same way. There's a special comfort about the tribes, You just feel like you're home. Well, happy Meskel for everybody. And thank you for making my stay feel so welcome, and making all of us feel so welcome in Ethiopia. That is priceless. It's safe, we're happy, we feel welcome, and happy Meskel.
I'd like to congratulate the Ministry of Tourism. They do really amazing work, and we really appreciate the close cooperation. And I really hope that we manage to let a lot more people know what Ethiopia has to offer.
I would like to wish everyone happy World Tourism Day. This year we're celebrating World Tourism Day in line with the sustainability agenda, and for that to be showcased, the celebrations of Meskel, celebrations of Irrecha, and other, several colorful and vibrant occasions are, one of the highlights that Ethiopia proudly presents to the world. So I would like to wish everyone happy holidays and happy World Tourism Day.
So this is very unique. It's only found in Ethiopia, and it's time to celebrate Meskel in the country. And I would say all Ethiopian origin, and Ethiopian families to come and celebrate in Ethiopia the Meskel festival.
There is nothing like it in the world. We are the last frontier as far as opening the doors to the tribes. We are one of the few places with so much biodiversity. I challenge very many people to find something equally biodiverse with the tribes that's in existence. I don't believe that there's much left. We are the last frontier. Ethiopia is right up there. We are a top 5 destination in the world, and let's be 3. I appreciate the Ethiopian people, and I love this country. And go South Omo.
Well, viewers, this wrap up our today's special holiday program I have produced in connection with Meskel festival, which is celebrated by all Ethiopians, especially Orthodox religion followers. I hope you have enjoyed the program. I am Ogayo Mulana. Do stay with the rest of our program. Goodbye.